Guten Tag.
Guten Tag,
Hey,
Gates. Yeah,
we haven't done this in ages.
We haven't, have we? We haven't. What's this, episode 33?
Yeah,
We're
episode
back.
33. We're back.
And we're
Yeah,
not.
because we had George Gould, didn't we?
Yeah, we had Georgia Gold.
What did we
We
do
had
before that?
I can't remember. It was all white paper, wasn't it?
Mate, I'll be honest. I mean, you've said it before. I'm kind of glad to see the back of the white paper, just for a little bit.
For a little bit. It's been draining.
Yeah. And again, because we're still trying to muddle through and understand it.
Yeah.
Rachel is still killing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
She understands it. I've been trying to signpost people to her on the Facebook group. We've got a Facebook group now, by the way, guys. It's free. Join there. I know the Discord is sometimes a little bit like, what's Discord?
Yeah.
Facebook's nice and easy. Click, they're in.
You're
Happy
in.
days. But yeah, Rachel's been doing a lot. So I'm trying to signpost people
Send
to her.
Alliance, yep.
Send Alliance, exactly. They asked me a question and I'm like, I don't fucking know. Rachel? Yeah, every day.
She's just a phenomenal font of knowledge.
She is, yeah. Yeah, she's finger on the pulse
Yeah,
and all that.
absolutely. Last week was obviously the episode with Mish.
Yep.
Which has gone down very, very well.
Yeah, it was a bit impromptu, to be honest. Well, you can tell because we just sat in the fucking lounge. But yeah, it was nice. It was kind of conversations we haven't had properly, even like the difficult stuff, like our relationship and things like that. Like we just wouldn't talk about it on a day-to-day basis.
No,
when you're
I
kicking about in
suppose,
your house.
yeah.
You're like, do you remember that time I slept on the floor?
Yeah.
Like, you just wouldn't. So it was kind of cool to get that stuff out. And I think what was nice is other people have gone. Again, a little bit like when me and you talk, people have gone, oh my God, good, it's not only us.
It's not just you.
Yeah,
No. Well, I'm just sleeping on the sofa. Yeah, that's normal.
There's the relationships that kind of break down entirely, or if you're lucky enough to scrape through. You know, it wasn't necessarily you got through a piece of piss.
No,
it could have been.
It's hard. Like I'm not going to go into too much details, but obviously those closest to me know that Selena and my relationship broke down in August last year.
Sure.
So we've just been kind of co-parenting and muddling through it. So it does happen, doesn't it? So
yeah.
It's one of those.
Yeah, you said, didn't you? Like we've become one of the statistics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's rough, innit? It's awful. It's tough, innit? Like, I mean, with you, I'm not going to talk too much about it. But like, you've got a family unit, and it's a struggle.
Yeah,
because it's a struggle anyway. Because you've got you got your kid with all these other needs. The stress that puts on the relationship, and then just poof like that. It just kind of ends, and then you didn't see that coming, and all of a sudden you're then trying to rethink. Okay,
play it back in your head and everything else.
What do we do now? Right, I've now got to find a new direction, and
this is it. Yeah, and then put arrangements in place for obviously Lydia for both of us to carry on co-parenting effectively. So yeah, just a new journey, new way of looking at things, but. Yeah, down the line, I'm sure there's plenty of parents that can relate to that as well.
There's gonna be loads
we'll be able to cover both angles now.
Yeah.
Which is...
more content, yes!
More content,
Knew something good would come out of it.
Come on, let's go. So yes, I'm back this week, so obviously you had the pleasure of a better-looking co-host last week, so...
We did have a comment today, actually. Somebody said... Are you not doing the podcasts with the other man anymore?
Oh,
no, he's back today. Actually, he's
I'd
back.
love to be known as the other man.
Why I don't know why we didn't do one last week. I think life just got in the way, and we had that podcast with Mish in the bag, so we just took a week off, didn't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
But glad to have you back, sir.
Thank you very much. Good to be back. Good to be back. Part of the Autism Dadcast again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it is called the Dadcast, to be fair. Anything happened with you last couple of weeks?
Oh, goodness me. It's just been full on at work.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. You had a bit of a mental week, didn't you?
It's been full on. So, yeah, a lot to get through. Got a bit of annual leave coming up, but obviously, whenever you've got annual leave, work just ramps up right before it, and then you've got to do your out of office, get all the bits and bobs in there for everybody else to handle whilst you're away, and that list is just getting bigger and bigger. So, yeah.
And Lydia's all just Lydia-ing?
Lydia is Lydiaing at the moment, yeah, absolutely. So, still doing what she does best. Still going well at school, which is good. Awesome. Still going well. And Thomas?
Yeah, fine, mate, absolutely fine. Obviously, half term at the minute. He's chilling at home, actually, today. He's just... We kind of thought he had the weekend. We intentionally tried to stay at home Saturday and Sunday, because we were like, he's going to want to go out. Monday, today's Monday, and he hasn't bothered again. He's like, we'll stay at home. So now Mish is like, no, I want to leave the house now, please. But, you know, he's got a few more days. I mean, it's 2 weeks, isn't it? The Easter
It's
holiday.
2 weeks, yeah. 2 weeks, yeah.
Bank holiday Friday as well.
Yeah.
Friday and Monday. I forget every year. It's a long weekend. Hell of a long weekend. So we had, and this is something I never really thought about. Well, I thought about it, but I didn't know about. Is there was a petition going around. Somebody messaged about it. So they sent a petition in this week, and when I read it, I was like, this can't be right. Now, loads of people listening to this are going to be like, yeah, that's absolutely right. I looked it up, and it's so when Thomas is going to turn 18 and Lydia turns 18, we basically stop being parents in the eyes of the law, and you have to apply to the court and pay for permission to keep doing what you've been doing their entire life. So,
is that because at 18 they're officially adults?
Yeah. So it makes sense.
So Lydia can go out, drink, vote.
And now you could be like, no, you can't.
No, you can't. You're staying here.
And I didn't. I always kind of considered like what happens, but I never considered that they're an adult. Yeah, you will. You'll have to
I
kind
suppose
of.
it's not come on our radar because our kids are relatively young
Yeah.
still. So we're in classic autism parents. Yeah, we look to the future, but we're very much trying to take day as it comes, week as it comes. We're not kind of thinking what's happening in kind of 10, 12, 13 years' time, are we? So
No, and I've never heard anyone mention it. I've never heard anybody that has gone through that.
I didn't realise you could pay just to carry on.
Yeah, it's called Deputyship.
Okay.
You apply for it. So you apply to something called a court of protection. There are two types. One's for money and one's for welfare.
Okay.
It costs £421 to apply.
Okay, so when our kids are 18, that'll probably be about $4,500.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Inflation's going.
Yeah. And it takes 4 months. And during that, social services, they get told that you've applied and that they can then oppose it. And they could say, no, actually, we think someone else should make those decisions about your child. And
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure they don't in most cases.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a thing it's just a hurdle I'd never considered.
So this is like, I don't know if this is America, it's like power of attorney. You're in charge of their well-being and how their finances are run, so they don't, I don't know, get taken advantage of or things like this take place.
I mean, I get why it exists, but I don't know the idea of paying 420 odd quid for it. Then again, is that? Oh, each one of them costs £421. So there's two types. So one's for money and the other one's for welfare and health decisions.
So you're looking at best part of £1,000.
So yeah, you're paying like 850 quid.
Okay. And that gives you the control.
Yeah, and if you don't apply for it, you've got no legal standing. So you can't touch bank accounts. Hospitals won't listen to you. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. And this petition essentially, I think, is around like doing something about that, whether it's to do with reducing the funds. I didn't actually look that much into the petition itself. I just saw the headline and I was like, nah. So that can't be true.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't know how I feel about it. I like that they're recognised as just being an adult, not an autistic adult or an adult with additional needs. I like that you're 18, you're an adult now.
You're an adult.
I like that, and I like that you don't just automatically get to make decisions for them. I like that because they're seen as an individual.
Yeah, so there's a process you have to go through, which I get makes sense.
And I think that's important.
And I suppose it's to stop
abuse, essentially.
Yeah, abuse of the system or people taking advantage, especially if there's money concerned and there's kind of pit payments and everything else going into their accounts, that somebody's not just kind of piggybacking on the back of that and just abusing it and taking their finances.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's the petition. So petitions, it's on the parliamentary website. If capacity assessment between 16 and 18 confirms your child permanently lacks capacity, parental responsibility should just carry on. No court, no £421, and no 4-month wait. You just carry on doing what you're doing. Government's response said, we need the court process to protect vulnerable adults, which is kind of what you were saying then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, there would be vulnerable adults, wouldn't there?
Absolutely would be. Yeah. I think that the financial side is a bit, and the waiting around. So that must mean that there's like a 4-month gap.
When what they are?
When they are
adults.
When they're adults, and can you apply before they're 18? Maybe. I don't know.
That's really interesting.
Very interesting. So yeah, I just thought that was.
And EHCPs carry on until.
Huh.
They're into their 20s, I believe.
Yes, they do. The parent who's been up. No, it doesn't say.
Yeah,
I'll have to look at that. But yeah, I just thought that was quite an interesting little.
Yeah, but maybe some parents that have gone through that can give us a bit of insight.
Actually, yeah,
when we split these up into reels and everything else like that. So it'd be interesting to get some other parents' insight into that.
Yeah, I'm just going off some like cursory digging I just did, but yeah, mad one, isn't it? How's the marathon running going?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. really looking forward to it.
When you started that, I thought you were being serious.
No, absolutely not. It's only this week that I can stand up straight and not hurt.
Yeah.
So my back's been in bits.
But again, that doesn't mean just this week you've just started feeling better. So that means you should go for a run. You probably.
Yeah, I'm really.
If you went for a run now, you'd probably.
I'm really conscious of not kind of just slipping the trainers on and going for one and buggering it up for another couple of weeks because we've got 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Until the marathon. And the furthest I've run so far is about 5k.
And then Sean messages and goes, "How's the running going, lads?"
Yes.
Yeah, it's going great, Sean.
It's going great.
It's going
Honestly,
really well.
I had to look at the London Marathon thing, and I think you've got about 6 hours before the roads open again.
Is it?
Or something along those lines there.
So you've got to get it done, or are you going to go run over?
Yeah, pretty much, which is good kind of motivation to carry on running if you've got like a London cabbie behind you.
Yeah.
Going at it. But
6 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's something like 6 or 7 hours, so it's going to be such a mixture of like... I had a look, I said to ChatGPT, I've done no bloody training for this because of X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Can I still do it? And it was like, yeah, you can still do it.
ChatGPT is always a little bit agreeable.
Oh,
you'll be fine.
It's you'll be no worries whatsoever. But I think it was just saying do something like you from the get-go, run 4 minutes, walk 1 minute, run 4 minutes, walk 1 minute. Just keep that consistent throughout the whole thing. So yeah, that's going to be my plan. Is just literally from the start. I'm going to run, stop, walk, run, stop, walk, and just keep that going. And hope that I can make it across with
Chat would have got that from somewhere. It must have worked for somebody at some point.
So yeah, maybe it was from Paula Radcliffe.
Maybe
that was what she was doing. Run, have a poo, run.
I forgot about that. I shouldn't laugh.
No, but
because she still carried on running.
She did, and she bloody smash it.
Yeah.
But yeah, how are you looking forward to it? How's the training going? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing it, mate. I'm doing 3 runs a week.
Yeah.
2 5Ks and a 10K. I say a 10K. I did 3K on Saturday.
Yeah.
I tried to do a 10 and I got pins and needles in my left foot. I think it was something after I was like, oh no, I'm injured. And I was talking to ChatGPT. I was like, pins and needles. I've always run like I've got pins and needles in my foot. And it was like, yeah, you probably just tied your laces too tight. And I was like, they were quite tight. Simple as that. I could have just loosened my laces up.
Jeez.
But I'm really like the atmosphere is supposed to be like the atmosphere at Paris for half was amazing.
That was really good. Yeah,
I imagine London is like
it's going to be that times 10.
Exactly.
Yeah, times 10.
Yeah,
I think once you get to Tower Bridge.
Yeah,
I think it just goes absolutely nuts there, doesn't it? So if I can make it to Tower Bridge, that'll be good.
Yeah, you're right. Even if you walk it.
Yeah, they've just got this image of the guy carrying that fridge freezer just overtaking me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty epic, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty epic. Or some firefighter in full equipment carrying everything, just lapping me.
That would be so demoralising.
Yeah.
Just running past with a fridge freezer on his back.
Yeah, there's just me.
Trying to encourage you. Come on, mate, you can do it.
You can do it.
Fuck off.
Or he just picks me up and just carries on running. And he
puts you in the fridge freezer.
Oh, that'd be amazing. It'd be amazing. But no, it's good. The main thing is that we're raising what are we now, close to 7,000, something like that.
Yeah, do you know what?
In funds for Ambitions About Autism. So again, thank you very much to everybody that has taken the time to donate to us and wish us well. But yeah, I think the podcast after we do the London Marathon will be very interesting.
Yeah. It'd be interesting, yeah.
It'd be interesting. I can hopefully show you all the toenails that have fallen off.
£6,559.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much. 390 of you.
Yeah, it's absolutely superb.
Very generous. Thank you. And actually, I think once we kind of hammered home that the whole, if it's 50p, if it's a quid, if it's £2, whatever, that I think actually people started to understand it wasn't about the amount.
No, absolutely not.
Because loads more of those little ones came in.
Yeah,
And loads of those come in, and very quickly.
Do you know what? Those people that were donating like a pound, £2.
Yeah.
It just added up so quickly, and it took us over our £5,000 limit. Obviously, a couple of individuals just dropped some.
They went crazy.
They dropped some big numbers in there. We're like internally grateful for for those people as well. But it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. I remember the Paris one. They had like the Super Mario, like mushrooms, didn't they? Like power boosts and stuff like that.
Just tap those.
Yeah, just tap them. It works.
Yeah.
Placebo, I'm sure. I don't think there's actually anything about the cardboard mushroom.
No, I don't think there is anything about a cardboard mushroom that does make you run faster. But it seemed to work. It seemed to work. I still can't get out of my head the idea, like with Paris, finishing that half marathon and us having a conversation going, could you imagine running that again?
Oh, mate.
And this is effectively what we've got to do.
First thing I did when I ran over that finish line was go, how do people do that twice?
No.
Like, how did they do it twice? Think of how bad our legs were and how bad your toes were, because they were bleeding, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
Think how bad they'd be doing that twice.
I can't. I just remember finishing, sitting in a doorway, eating all the goodies that we were given, and then I just couldn't get up.
I was walking around, like I was standing up eating all that stuff that they gave us, like loads of food and there's yogurts and all sorts of just to get your energy and your carbs back up. I was thinking, I feel all right. I mean, I'm tired, but I feel all right. That's because I hadn't sat down. I was walking around eating this food. But then when we did stop, we couldn't get up the stairs.
Couldn't get up the stairs, couldn't get down the stairs.
I fell asleep in the shower. Just sat in the shower, just in a big heap. It's going to be double that. And Sean, who's been absolutely smashing it.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest, Sean, we talk about neurodivergence. I have a feeling this might be a hyper-focus for you. You don't come across as ADHD or autistic, but this does feel like a hyper-focus.
This guy
and it's definitely gone in your favour because he's killing it. Has he already done half marathons?
He's smashing half marathons.
He's just doing half marathons around the town.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Just for fun. Oh, I've got a spare hour.
And he wasn't a runner before
Zero runner. I think this is
like his first effort at running.
Yeah.
And he's just smashing half marathons out.
Just doing half
just
marathons.
Around the town.
London landmarks and, I'll just do a quick 10K. Oh, there's another personal best.
Me and you were like, just managed to do 5.
Jeez.
Fuck.
It's going to be hard.
It's going to be really bad. It's going to be embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be.
But there's going to be a lot of people in exactly the same situation going, how did we get to do the London Marathon? And they won't do any training.
Yeah.
And there's going to be people dressed up as chickens and all sorts.
Oh, it's going to be all sorts, isn't there? Going to be so many different costumes that make us feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're going to go faster than we are.
They are, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
But
mental.
It'll be good. And I think once we've done the London Marathon, I've made a promise to myself, I'm never doing one again. So
I don't know. There was rumours of something happening in Cyprus.
That's a half.
Iron Apple the half.
Iron Apple half marathon.
Oh, okay.
We're on about doing it next year. Got a few of us dads together.
Just purely
long weekend.
It's just about the run. It just happens to
be an Iron Apple.
And
it's just taken place on Sunday. A few days ago is when they did yesterday is when they did the this year's half marathon.
Yeah.
It's just like bizarrely in Ayia Napa and Famagusta area of Cyprus, every year they have this massive half marathon that takes place, and you can do like 10Ks and 5Ks as well, but there's a half marathon that takes place, and it is solely devoted to autism.
Is it? I didn't know that.
There's no other charities. It is simply devoted directly for autism.
Huh.
That's it. So everybody who runs it is fundraising, spreading awareness, is affected, has family members that are autistic neurodiverse, and that is the entire marathon, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year. How
do you access it then? I mean, obviously the London Marathon's really tough to get into.
It's,
but
simply you just
rock up,
just Google it, get an entry place. It's dead simple to get through.
Oh, we've got to do that.
I've been in touch with the provider about it. They're keen to have us kind of
the podcast and stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. Spread awareness. I think the president of Cyprus got involved in the one yesterday.
Right.
I can't remember if he ran it
I thought you were going to say the president of Cyprus sent us an email. Like.
No, not yet. He might do after this. But I think he got involved as well, and they've just gone, right, here's something like 1.5 or 1.8 million euros. We're going to build a dedicated autism centre in this part of Cyprus.
Bloody hell.
And we're going to have it completed in under a year.
That's amazing.
It's just like, wow.
That's cool. And that's your neck of the woods as well, isn't it?
It's where Mum's from, Mum's from Cyprus, so it's got a bit of a personal touch there as well. But I think it'd be great just to get a group of us out there, have a long weekend, run it.
If anyone's keen. Oh, imagine if we got loads of us over there. Like, not just the lads we know, but just... Oh, that'd be sick.
Well, even mums as well.
Anybody.
Anybody.
That'd be so good.
Anybody that can come across, then, we try and get a group of us together. That'd be superb.
That'd be amazing.
Then have a couple of sherbets in Napa.
We're just going for a run, aren't we? We're not...
Oh, yeah, sorry, we'll cut that bit out. We're not having any drinks or any fun whatsoever afterwards.
Napa's not about drinking.
No, it's not. I say you say Napa.
Napa used to be like, when we were like 2000s, that was like the place to go, wasn't it? It was.
That's when Craig David and Artful Dodger and all the garage scene was coming. I remember going out there, I would have been about 17 at the time, and just being in these clubs, just full of lads from London enjoying the music and everything else like that. There's skinny little 17-year-old me going...
I've never been. I went to... My first holiday was, like lads' holiday was in Turkey, in Bodrum. And, I mean, it was a bit of a dive. Like the power kept going out randomly. Like we kept trying to... There was a place called... It was called the Golden Plate. But we always wanted to go to this... It was called the Sensi Bar. And it was the last bar at the end. And it was just... We just liked it there. But they try and catch you to get you to come in.
Yeah.
And these guys, every time... Like we were like 17, 18 or whatever, maybe 19. And we didn't have the willpower to be like, no. We'd just go in, like, free shots, free come in.
Yeah.
And one night the power went out and we were like, wicked. They won't be able to see us. So we were just like walking down the strip. Fucking lights come out, like mag light, like proper big beaming lights right in our faces. So all we hear is, Gaz, Ian, come in. And we were like, nah, what?
Gotcha.
So they still got us, even though it was pitch black. But I've only ever been on like a lad's holiday there and Ibiza.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
2 holidays. No, 3. No, it was a stag do, so it still counts.
Stag do's.
But, yeah, and that was very recently. But yeah, I didn't get to do all the holidays that most.
No, I didn't do much of those either.
Did you not?
No.
Oh,
not
good.
at
I
all.
thought it was
No, absolutely not. I think the closest I got to it was kind of stag do's, where you go away for a long weekend and you drink so much alcohol that you come back and you actually genuinely think you are alcoholic.
Yeah.
Because you start getting withdrawal symptoms. That's my last thing to remember. I think that was my brother-in-law's stag do. I
get withdrawal symptoms just from Ibiza. Like I enjoyed Ibiza so much. When I got back, I was like really sad.
Yeah.
But
sad,
you know what?
Sad coming back to the UK. Why?
Do you know what? I know. Yeah. It was. At the time, I was having a lot of stuff with my previous partner, like custody battles and stuff like that with my eldest. So I think it was often escapism from that as well.
Absolutely.
So
switch off for a bit.
Yeah, it was like, oh God, back to the real world. It was probably a little bit of that as well. But yeah,
no, it'd be good. I think that'll be the furthest I run in the future. Will be a half marathon at a push.
Yeah, I can't.
I know I've done a few half marathons now, and I've always said at the end of it, that's my last one.
Yeah.
And then a couple of days later, I'm like, oh, let's book another.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be feeling the same way with the London Marathon.
Yeah, this is going to be like seriously debilitating after.
Yeah.
I think like I couldn't walk for a while after the half marathon. Probably a week.
It took me 6 months for my nail to grow back.
Yeah. That was gross, guys. Like the blood that came through his sock. It was horrendous one. It was pretty bad.
We've got to do things with our nipples as well.
What are we doing with our nipples?
We only got to protect them, like put tape over them. I was just getting pierced.
Just going to do stuff with our nipples. Like what, pierce them?
Might not have any left after this London Marathon. I'd be like a Ken doll.
Have they sent your tip? We're just chatting absolute shit on this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't caught up for a while.
We've not said anything remotely about autism, or we have a little bit. But have they sent you the t-shirts?
Yeah, I've got the t-shirts. Yeah,
I really like the ones we got from the Paris one.
Yeah, you've got a vest and a t-shirt.
No, I just got a vest. I think
I got a vest and a t-shirt.
But I think isn't someone supposed to be sorting us out with some running gear for the old...
I honestly don't know anymore.
I don't know,
but that's a nice t-shirt.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I like yours too.
Oh, thank you very much.
Really nice. What did you just say? Inclusion isn't optional.
Inclusion isn't
Damn right it's not.
Silent
Have I got
isn't...
the same one?
No, you got a different one.
What's mine say?
Silence isn't absence.
Look, I feel like we're doing... have you seen Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah.
Guess what written on the back?
What does mine say? Yeah.
Dude.
No, thanks, Charlie.
Thank you, Sorry, thanks, Charlie. That was a whole
Charlie.
point.
You're a spicy and cool.
Always appreciate you. just sending us free shit every now and then.
Yeah.
Really good quality stuff. Charlie's actually very recently got an actual shop.
She's building it at the moment. She's absolutely expanding.
And so yeah, you'll be able to go out there, order your stuff. She's not going to stock it all,
no,
because cash flow. Totally understand why you would just order a shitload of stuff and leave it in there. But you can just go out there, try some of the clothes on that she's got, the hoodies and all that kind of stuff. Try stuff on.
Get them sent to your house.
Get your order in and get it sent to your house. So that's very cool. Very happy for her doing that. That's very, very good. Nice mug.
Also from a certain place.
Also got a mug.
Yeah,
got a mug. She does like cups, flasks, all sorts of stuff. So
yeah, really, really good.
All good.
I think what else has happened, because it's one of those. It's been a couple of weeks, isn't it? I think there's
we've been just white papered out, mate. Just legislation. And
all
stuff.
We've done is talk about the white paper, and then all we did was talk about what we thought the white paper was going to look like.
Yeah.
Then the leaks about the white paper, and then I actually get told by the minister that's not entirely true, because some of the leaks were incorrect. Then we went to the launch of it, and then we went down to see her and try and digest it all and ask questions from the community. So yeah, it's literally been that.
It was rough. I mean that obviously we kind of we had like 10 questions, didn't we? We had 10 questions.
We had
for
10
that.
questions, but we had a half an hour window.
Half an hour window, and
we got through 5.
And the minister gave very
detailed
responses, which I totally get. But obviously that just meant we ran out of time. But credit to her, she said the rest of the questions, if you want to send them over and I get them answered. In all honesty, I think I don't know. I don't mean this from her point of view, but I don't think people trust everything that's being said anyway.
No.
Because even when she did answer those questions, a lot of the response was, don't believe it, this is wrong, or they've kind of slipped a bit of a snake around this stuff.
Which shows the trust is gone, isn't it, to a certain degree?
The trust has gone. So, essentially, I don't know what good it would have been to get all those answered anyway. Not because the minister wasn't being honest, but because even if she was being honest, people are so sceptical that, I don't know. But I appreciated her having us down there. It was very good of her, and we were more than happy to have her on. It's quite nice to do the podcast somewhere else for a change. But yeah, it's one of them, and I do very much feel like if anybody wants to have their say, and Rachel made a point of this, like, make sure you go on the website and be part of that consultation, because if you don't do that and then you bitch and moan about how things have turned out, you're in no position to say, well, I tried to get my voice heard. If you didn't do that, and you don't like how things turn out, it's like not voting and then moaning about which party gets in.
100%.
So not that our voices are going to be heard, or I don't know, but at least if we try,
do as much as you can to at least influence it. Yeah,
MPs, like, get right to your MP. Again, I don't know how much that works, but if we don't try.
I'm trying to think what else we need to discuss, really, because there's been what has really pissed people off.
What should we discuss? What's pissed people off?
Oh, even better. How have I pissed people off?
We
know there's a couple of ways, isn't there?
That's easy.
So I think a few episodes ago we made a comment, or between the two of us, we said a lot of people now will vote on a policy that directly affects them, because it's so crazy out there at the moment in politics, and I think not just in the UK, but it seems to be across Europe, across America. Politics just seems to be absolutely nuts, and you don't know where you stand, because it changes day to day and everything else like that. I think we made a comment that, for me personally, and probably for yourself, guys, the number one thing, if you were looking at a rap sheet or a manifesto of policies, I would automatically go to, what is their SEND policy? Yeah. What are they going to do over the next 4 or 5 years that could affect my child in a negative way, in a positive way? And that would probably draw my eye to a manifesto. And obviously, if the rest of it's absolute bollocks, I'd probably go, do you know what? I don't believe it. I'm not going to go there. I'll make an educated decision.
Yeah.
Which, again, is proving really difficult to do in UK politics at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think we said, tongue-in-cheek, and this is, I want to stress this, because I think 99% of people got that it was tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
But there's always that 1% who were very, very loud. We said something like, do you know what, if a certain party came out...
I said reform.
All right, Gaz said reform, and it was said in tongue-in-cheek, right? I'm amazed that we've got to explain this.
In fact, that was kind of the point.
The whole point,
I used an extreme example to make the point.
Yeah, to highlight the point.
I wasn't like, do you know what?
The Lib Dems
even if the Lib Dems brought out a really good send policy, we know they would.
And that wouldn't make the point look extreme.
Exactly.
So the whole point was we choose a ridiculous party in that sense to go, do you know what? If they came out with a send policy that was cast iron and was really good, you'd probably have a look at it.
Yeah.
All right? And that was it. And that was the end of the conversation. Yeah. And we thought most people would actually get that and not go, do you know what?
And most people did, to be fair.
Yeah, I
think
Gaz and Andy are going to vote reform.
I think Gaz and Andy are Nazis.
Yeah, I do. Flipping hell. Luckily, no one said that word, but they were probably thinking it. And it's a certain group of people, and they weren't even following us. They weren't even part of the autism community.
No.
They just came out and go, how dare you say that you're going to vote reform? I was like, well, firstly, it's the UK. You can vote for whoever you want. I'm not going to judge anybody for who they're they're voting against. I've got too much shit going on in my life to go, oh, you can't vote for them, or you must vote for them. I'll just vote for whoever I want to. All right. But it was just the fact that we had to explain it again and again.
I really hate that shit. I really hate that, like, and I'll use an example in a minute, and I won't mention their name. We've obviously got the Discord group.
Yep.
Highly recommend joining it. Please
do
chat. We go into the little virtual pub.
You can just go in there. There's different threads on different topics affecting autistic kids and neurodiverse kids.
It's really good. I actually signpost a lot of people in the Facebook group to there just because it's got that kind of granularity and it's got more of a community feel.
You can go in there, ask a direct question. Oh, I've got an issue with PDA. I don't know what this means. Go in there, choose a PDA topic thread, go in there, ask the question, and there are loads of parents that are experiencing it, and they'll come and go, this is the real life experience. This is what you need to do. This is a good kind of resource to look at. It's fantastic.
Exactly. It's really good. So somebody in there shared a photo of something within the Send community that's pretty shocking and shit. Can't remember exactly what it was, but it was a screenshot of their Instagram. I'm trying to word this so I don't give up who they are. Just because I haven't asked them, not because there's anything wrong with what they've done. And at the top of it, I'm not even going to mention the politician. They follow a politician. You could see it in the stories on the Instagram, right? Yeah. They posted it and then immediately went, oh my God, I just need you all to know that I follow this person because they're my local MP. I'm not a follower of this particular person or party. And I was like, how awful that we're all just autism parents trying to go on a journey and help each other out, and people are still scared to say who they vote for or who they follow or whether they're left-leaning or right-leaning. They're scared to say it because they know, they know that regardless of what we're all here to do, that people will come at you and attack you.
We need to cancel that person.
But and I like to say to her, I said, by the way, she goes, oh no, I said, why did you feel the need to do that? She went, well, I'm just worried that people are going to get offended. And I'm like, but offence is taken, not given. Like if somebody gets offended, that's on them. It's not on you, especially for something like that. I say it's taken, not given. Like, do not panic. I just think it's awful that people have to be like on tenterhooks all the time.
Justify everything I do. It's a crazy situation that we've got ourselves into.
It's so nuts, and it never used to be like that. Now it's like it's okay for you to just scream and shout and give people shit based on politically where they lean. And politically where they lean doesn't mean you could have someone that's, and I say right wing and left wing, not far right and far left, right? You can be on the right wing and be a good person, and you can be on the left wing and be a good person. It's the extremes that are the issue.
It's just even having that word wing.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
It shows opposite. Your opposite ends
polarized.
Yeah,
opposite.
Exactly.
Where historically you can be right, left, centrist, everything else like that.
Yeah.
But it's very much been politicized and not politicized. It's obviously political. It's been weaponized.
Yes.
It's been weaponized to deliberately cancel someone, or just the idea that you can't sit down at the table like us and have a conversation. Now if you go, oh, do you know what? I'm leaning right, and I go, I'm leaning left. And, well, that's the end of the conversation.
Right, well, you obviously
must be a dickhead.
You clearly fucking hate your kids.
Yeah, you're clearly a dickhead. We can't have any conversation whatsoever.
Yeah.
And you just see that kind of chasm getting bigger and bigger, because now, like, people go, no, I can't even, associate with that person. I can't do that. And how can you ever get to a common ground again and sit down, have discussions?
Do you know the big thing about it, what I'm seeing is obviously there's been like the use of like words like fascist and Nazi and racist and all that kind of stuff, like,
or even throwing in the P word, pedo and all
yeah,
that sort of stuff.
Like
if you're like towards the left, then the right will shout you're a pedo.
Exactly.
If you're in the left, you'll shout you're a fascist.
Yeah, it's mental, and there's actual meaning to these words, and the more you use them at people where it's completely irrelevant, like calling someone a fascist for being on the right. Like, do you know what fascism is?
Yeah,
it's about controlling speech usually.
Yeah.
About not listening to anyone else's opinion and enforcing your opinion on someone else. That's a part of what fascism is. If you're shouting someone and stopping them speaking by calling them a fascist, you're doing the thing that you're accusing them of.
Yeah.
So anyway, all these things are used, and they're used so blatantly that they've lost meaning. So now you've got people on the right being called racist, and they're like, whatever.
Well, this is it.
They're like, they don't care. And they don't care because you've used it so much that it's lost its meaning against people that weren't being racist.
No.
So now the real racists.
And again, like, the other side just shouting.
This has gone off topic.
I know.
I don't mind. We talked about UFOs and aliens on one episode.
Yeah, I think we did. And again, if you're the other, if you lean to the other side, just shouting communist at somebody and.
If you're on the right and you're just calling someone on the left a communist or Joseph Stalin,
and you just got to look back and just go, do you know what? Whether fascism, communism, at the extreme levels that these people are accusing others of being, they resulted in horrendous crimes against humanity.
The worst.
The amount of people, and this is both sides. It's not like one side is we know what happened in the 1940s and everything else like that. But equally, what was going on in communist Russia and all over the world, the same amount of deaths, or sometimes more, were taking place. But to start accusing people of being like that from both sides,
and it's normally when they're just asking questions.
Well, this is it. Yeah, and you've all probably seen the reels or videos of from both sides that go on out there. Depending on what your algorithm's like, you will have seen both sides, but. It's just a horrendous place to get into, and then you kind of feel like it has a knock-on effect in every part of politics. And we you made a point earlier on that regardless of what Georgia Gould said, people now have got an opinion as no, it's going to be absolute bollocks. I don't trust it. Yeah. And she could have, again, we don't know until it's actually put in action, but she could have been literally 100% truthful.
Completely
about
truthful.
It. But because there's that kind of...
It's like the boy who cried wolf kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's,
so that's one thing. I mean, we have gone down a bloody rabbit's hole here, haven't we? But trying to bring it back.
That was it. So that's what I kind of said to this person. I said, like, you don't ever worry in this group that anyone's going to give you any shit. Because she said, I thought you'd kick me out.
No,
I was like, mate, it actually kind of works the other way around. Yeah. If anyone's going to start attacking you for political views, when you're being the best parent you can to your autistic child, and you're a good part of the community, and you're trying to help everyone out, you're not the one who needs to worry about getting kicked out. It would be the person that starts attacking you for a political belief.
100%.
And that's what we need to be. Most of us are actually, if some of us are a little bit on the left or a little bit on the right, most of us are in the centre. And I'm not just talking about autism parents. I mean, like, everybody.
Yeah,
the bulk of people are close to the centre.
I'd like to think, regardless of what political persuasion you are, and again, going back to we'll use the autism community as an example, I guess, that, if somebody came into the Discord group or messaged us or we put a post up and they were really struggling with something, I would like to think we wouldn't go, wait a minute,
who'd you vote for?
Who'd you vote for before I help you? I'd like to think that even if you knew somebody was leaning one way or another, that you would go, do you know what, I can help you out with that, because we've got compassion and we're understanding as to what you're going through, and it's not very, very easy to deal with on the day-to-day basis. So we'll take everything out there and we do the human side of things and actually try and be compassionate and help somebody. 100%. I'd like to think that's where the community's still at, and I got no reason to say it isn't, because everything I've seen is really positive.
I think the kind of proof is in the pudding, where everybody gets to know each other's personalities first.
Yeah.
And then if you later down the line find out their political leanings, it's of a benefit, because you go, actually, I know this person's a good person before I found out their political leanings.
Yeah.
So actually, I know their heart is in the right place. Actually, most people want the same thing. They've just got different directions to get there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's kind of a bit like that, and I think that's what most people are.
Yeah, we all want the best for our children.
Yeah, that's
we're all here because...
And if reform being at the best sense, I'm joking.
Oh, God, no, not again. Not again. How else have I pissed people off? I'm
trying to think of comments.
I
had that that one today.
Yes, you did.
Can you please don't refer to your children with, I think, they, them pronouns. I'll be honest, I don't understand what they mean by it, but I don't. I think, do you know what? Please hold. Andy, talk.
Yeah, I
find the
think
comment.
we're getting more of I think these sort of comments as the platform gets bigger, which is, it's good to hear other people's opinions. But,
great, love hearing opinions.
But I think it was a bit of a strange one, this one, because we do talk about the whole point of this. We share our experience about our children. Obviously, you will talk about Thomas. I'll talk about Lydia, and I think people sometimes, or certain persons, wanted to highlight a point that.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to read this out.
Okay.
Without any...
I've not seen this, by the way.
Without any... I'm just... And people can try to help me understand this. Right, so this was about... What were we talking about? So this was one of the ones with me and Mish. Okay, and the comment was... Again, no...
So it was you and Mish in the previous episode talking about Thomas, your son. Okay.
Yeah, no...
Just put the context
no
out
hate
there.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was essentially about talking to Thomas and autism generally. A lot of these meltdowns can come from life not meeting expectations.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be direct. This is the comment. I'm going to be direct. Calling your son they, in brackets, if they've not chosen this as a pronoun, feels offensive, especially as an autistic parent. It can come across as dehumanizing. The autistic community already struggles with being treated as less individual, so language like that adds to the problem. Okay. Now,
so
I've never called Thomas by the pronoun they. I've called him he and him because he's a boy.
Okay.
Again, if I'm upsetting anyone by saying that, I from ignorance, I don't understand why, but I understand some people get upset about pronouns and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So they're saying I called him they. And I don't know if they misheard that. But again, that's kind of a comment that's coming in. And...
But the only time you would say they if you were talking about the community,
I'd say like the thing with, in my experience, I'm trying to ad-lib here, like my experience with autistic children is for them, they might have more meltdowns when life doesn't meet expectations. So it might be like a pluralistic they, generalising.
And I guess what they're saying, are you stripping away them as a human being?
Maybe.
Referring to them as they, as opposed to like their, substandard...
Yeah, I don't
species.
know. Yeah, don't know.
It's just
so that's the kind. That's kind
strange.
Of yeah. That's
and
kind of
obviously it's
example
hit a nerve with somebody, and that's fair enough. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. That's the beauty of
100%.
And do air them. But
we do upset people.
We do, and we did that Hidden 20% podcast.
Oh God!
And if you get a chance, go on Hidden 20%. We were the guests of Ben.
It was so nice,
and it's a beautiful episode. And the team at Hidden 20%, when they're doing the advertising, they took a section, put it into kind of what's it called, a carousel? Yeah. So image with a little bit of text on it, image about the conversation that took place.
Yeah.
And we were mid discussion about we want to say kind of the different abilities of individuals that are autistic.
Yeah.
That you can have in the community. It can be so difficult sometimes with autism because you're classed as kind of autistic whether you're high functioning or with like our children profoundly autistic.
Again, some people aren't liking us using the word profound.
No,
but
and do you know
another
what?
one.
Have a Coke and a smile. But with our children, they're in specialist settings. They're non-verbal nappies. You know, they're profoundly autistic.
Yeah.
So everyone's still grouped as autistic, which is absolutely fine. That we have no opinion on that. If you're autistic, you're autistic,
it's great.
regardless
It
of
kind
ability.
of highlights how different everybody is.
Yeah, and this is the
Kind of a good
difficulty
thing.
sometimes. You can see it with the white paper that in the mainstream and the in between. This is the difficulty.
Yeah.
Is that autism is it covers a lot of people. We mentioned the kind of the color paint card. There's different shades.
It's like an infinite version of that.
Oh man, yeah. So we were talking about the different abilities of people who have autism, and we say sometimes we'll hear stories of like, I know somebody who's autistic. They've just completed their law degree. I was like, that's fantastic. On the other end, I've got my daughter, and I said, that's great for you, but to highlight her level of autism, she can't still wipe her own bum.
Yeah.
I have to do that at the age of 5, and the foreseeable future, I'm going to be doing that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was like, this is the difference that a lot of parents will have to deal with. Okay. Most people understood that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can relate to that.
And they understood your intent behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which is the important bit.
Again, we had an individual comment on there who doesn't seem to be following any of the platforms.
That's usually the way it is, because they don't know you. So
yes, and they didn't have the context of it. They don't know what the
of
Autism Dadcast
exactly.
does.
Yeah.
And they just went, I think that's really wrong that you haven't asked permission of your daughter to even mention that. And I'm like, well, you want me to ask my permission of my non-verbal global developmental delay daughter whether I can talk about her?
Yeah, and it raises the question, like, you can't. So the babies are still in nappies and have to have their. So is there a point where the age comes in?
Yeah, absolutely.
That you should, like, if I said I had to wipe my baby's arse the other day, no one's going to go, did you ask the baby's permission?
Did you ask the baby permission to do that?
To say that.
But again, it's like the same sort of individuals go, we need more advocacy. We need more people speaking out.
And this was an autistic person that said this,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah, high functioning. Yeah. They work in mental health, I believe. So they're high functioning. They've got a job and everything else like that. We're laughing because we know a bit more, but
I tried not to.
We're not going to mention it's not relevant. But we're kind of saying that you want advocacy, and what the whole point of this is that we went out there. We weren't the same as a lot of kind of advocates before us who were doing sterling work. We were just kind of two idiots that go, should we just talk about what real life is like?
Yeah.
And not just the glossy rainbow part of it, but just actually say.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes it can be really difficult.
Especially the not glossy bits.
Do you know what? It can be fucking shit. You can sit there like rocking in the car, not wanting to go home. You can be desperate after being sleep deprived. You can be kind of resentful. Everything else, like we talk about absolutely everything. And that's why the community's growing. And that's why people go, do you know what? I thought I was alone. I thought I was the only person experiencing this, and I couldn't reach out to anybody. Now we've got a community of, about 140, 150,000 people
like
across
that,
the platforms, which is
in less than a year, which is mental.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And that's through actually saying it as it is.
Yeah.
And sometimes having that dark humor and going, do you know what? Fuck it. If I don't laugh at this, I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
And then you get, again, in the same kind of post, people going, well, that's typical of people like you, and it parents, or was it autism parents always somehow make it about themselves.
Yeah. That was it, yeah.
And that was the other one. You're like, yeah, no, well,
yeah,
because it's about our personal experiences.
This is about
the clues in the fucking name, dickhead.
Yeah.
Autism Dadcast.
Yeah,
it's we're going to be talking about it from a dad's perspective.
I can't talk about it from my child's perspective.
No,
and they can't have a podcast. No. So we're just trying to raise awareness for all the parents and the children. Jeez. We talk about the difficulties the children have, but it's. Do you know what the most vocal? In fact, most of the grief we get is actually from not just the community, from autistic people themselves, who are, in comparison, exceptionally high-functioning adults.
Yeah.
And they give us a hard time because they feel like we're attacking them as autistic.
Yeah. Because in some sort of weird way, we're saying they're not autistic enough, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that angle.
Maybe.
It's like, no, you know what? If you are autistic, neurodiverse, it can be whatever, and you've managed to kind of I'm going to say lead a very successful life in the sense that maybe you can live in your own home without additional support. You can hold down a job. You can have a career, have relationships, have friendship groups. Do you know what? Fucking well done. Because I appreciate from a parent how difficult it is. And I would give anything for Lydia to be able to go, do you know what? Lydia, fast forward 21. She's maybe living in an apartment. She's holding down a job. Yep. She's got friends. I'd fucking give anything for that.
Yeah, she could
I'd give anything for that.
She could jump into the comments on a podcast and start, expressing her feelings. I mean? That'd be amazing.
I would love
if Thomas can do that.
Yeah, I would love her to be able to live the life of that person there.
Yeah,
it is in no way are we saying there's a clear divide. You're either profoundly autistic, or you're not in the group.
Or you're all right, or you're sound, and
you're not in the club anymore.
Life isn't difficult for you.
Absolutely not.
In fact, I think a lot of the time that when we talk about it, especially where like send-betweeners, for lack of a better term, we actually talk about how much more difficult their lives are.
For the that's all we've said for the last 4 months. It's like we are fortunate in the
We're
sense of the white
it.
paper because our children are profoundly autistic.
Yeah.
So all we've really gone on about and talked about is like, what happens to those kids that are send-betweeners, the ones that are going to fall through the cracks, the ones that are going to be forced into mainstream school but are getting the correct
they're going to have it a lot harder than our kids.
Everything put into place to allow them to achieve their full potential.
And not only the kids, the parents are having a harder time. Yeah. So we've got it easier.
No, the parents are having to go to tribunals, fight, remortgage homes, everything else like that. We literally could have gone, do you know what, our kids are all right. Fuck you, lot of you. In really cold terms, we could have done that.
Yeah, we are.
Instead, we've gone, do you know what, we're a community, we all stick together.
That's why we can do this, actually. Is the only reason I personally can do this podcast is because my child is so autistic that he gets the support that he needs, and I can find the time to do this because I haven't got to fight at tribunals. I haven't got to fight writing emails and paperwork every night. All the stuff that all these other parents are struggling to do, I don't have to do that.
Have you asked Thomas if it's okay to say that he's that autistic?
And I'm not going to ask him because
it's a ridiculous comment. That's why we're not entertaining ridiculous comments anymore. If you want to have a ridiculous comment, do you know what? Go for it. But
yeah, I'm not. I mean this just because I can't respond to those comments.
No.
I just can't because it's just pointless. It's pointless.
What was the
Drop
other one?
them in all day. I will read them because I'm more than happy to read you.
I think we had another one going. A classic, and it wasn't just aimed at us. I think it was aimed at autism parents that have a platform where they try and do good. It was something like, classic autism parents trying to make money off their children. I was like, make money? Make money? Jesus.
We're still doing our 9 to 5s.
We're still working our tits off.
We're still working.
Jesus
that's why this podcast
Mm.
started at 5:30 because we had to wait till we both finished work.
Yeah, finish work.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts. And again, it's like, do you know what? You've not even taken the time to research like what we do, watch the reels, what is going down to try and make a difference. The amount of emails and messages that we responded to. Can you help with any HCP? I'm going through a tribunal. What would you do in this situation here? None of that. You've just gone, oh, that's really offended me. Yeah, I must write a comment to let everybody know how offended I am. Yeah, it's like, when someone says I'm going to leave a group, you're like, well, go on then.
Goodbye.
You don't need to make an announcement about it. Just go. Close the door behind you. But it's that kind of. It's this kind of it's this. I must let everybody know that I'm offended. Yeah,
not again. If you're offended, that's on you.
Yeah, and if you are, it may offend you, and you've got every right to feel like that.
Absolutely,
we're going to keep doing what we're doing.
Absolutely, everyone's got every right to be offended. By all means, be offended.
But it's navigated into kind of everywhere.
We had the other one. We had another comment the other day, which comes kind of from the other side. We've had a few of those where autism doesn't exist. It's just bad parenting. Those are still
they still come about. We had one of those from a teacher.
Yes, we did have one of them from a teacher.
A mainstream school teacher who just said, I know these kids. It doesn't exist. It's just purely bad parenting, and they're trying to label their children. Yeah. I was like, great. Look forward to you being trained.
It's just mental, isn't it? It's just the ignorance is just absolutely on another level. And again, that's a teacher. That's one of these teachers that's apparently going to get trained by 2030.
Yeah.
It's unreal, mate. It's absolutely nuts. So, anything else?
I don't think so. I think it's good to be back.
Yes, it's weird. It feels like it's because all it's been is legislation for ages, and I get that it's really important to everybody. It's important to us. But I just started to get a little bit swamped.
It's hardcore, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just a little bit.
I
just want to talk to parents and get some dads on and just talk parenting stuff and experiences.
It's just like
this is why, like, credit to Rachel, because she is like
in it.
She's in it.
Like Shawshank Redemption, tunneling through shit.
Yeah,
constantly tunneling through it with no idea where it's going to end.
She's finding something else and making everyone aware of it, and it's like.
And that's got to take a toll, isn't it? If we're like this after since January?
Yeah, like we've not touched on it anywhere near as much as people.
We came back from the Christmas podcast, doing the BBC sort of stuff, and came back, and it was straight into this in January.
Yeah.
So what we've done, like close to 4 months of this, or 3, 4 months of this.
On and off, and so credit to anyone that's living in this, because brutal. Yeah, of course we had the Rachel and Hayley on, didn't we? No, sorry, Hayley and Amy on.
Yeah.
Talking about it. Wow, God, we've been.
Yeah.
So I am going to be glad to see the back of it. All right, mate. I think that's it, innit?
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
If we have offended you, please let us know. That'd be great to.
We will read them. We won't reply.
Yeah.
Seriously, like if anyone just drop a message.
Yeah.
Let us know, because if we might say something that is actually like, ooh, yeah, maybe that shouldn't have been said. But feel free, let us know, and we might reply. Again. Please join our Facebook. We've got a Facebook group as well. If Discord's a bit like, what?
Yep.
If not, join the Discord. It's free. If you want to go a level deeper, we've got the Stim and Whistle, where a couple of nights a week we all meet up, video chat, and just shoot the shit with each other and laugh at each other at how shit our weeks have been with our children.
Yeah, and sometimes we don't even talk about our children, which is
sometimes
nice.
We don't. Sometimes, there was once
conspiracy theories as well.
Conspiracy theory night, which I missed. Actually,
that was deep.
I was gutted about that.
That was deep. I was going to get a tinfoil hat out.
Yeah,
the Earth's flat, by the way.
Yeah, was it Emma that was apparently completely blown away? She was like, "What?" And what's really nice is we're building relationships with all these people, these parents.
Yeah.
We're chatting to people every week.
It's good. It's good fun.
You just get to know them and their lives and their kids. And it's brilliant.
Corporate wise, we've got a LinkedIn page now
LinkedIn.
as well. So if you are on LinkedIn, have a quick look on there. Let us know. But yeah, I think that's literally everything.
Actually, give us a follow on YouTube.
Oh God,
we've got 140,000 cumulative followers across all platforms. We've got about 2,200 people following us on YouTube. If you would like us to be able to make some money, just saying, YouTube is the place to go. Give us a follow on there. That would be absolutely amazing. It costs you nothing. You could even turn off the notifications if you don't want to get bothered.
Do you know what else is good on YouTube?
What?
I think a couple of the dads mentioned it to us. There's a hype button.
A what?
Hype.
Right.
If you're watching a video, I think something like you're given 2,000 points, for instance, every YouTube account.
Yeah.
And every month you can just hype a show or a video or a creator that you're following, and it pushes their video up in the ranking.
So
that. More people find it. It costs you nothing to do. And you can do it to any creator that you follow, but it would be nice if you did it to us.
Go and do that. Go and click hype.
Because when we look at the Spotify charts, it's the Apple podcast charts, we always laugh because we're like, oh, you're ranked number 4 in the UK for parenting. Or you're ranked number 1 in Zimbabwe.
They don't pay anything, do they?
No, they don't pay anything. But it's nice to know that, oh my God, on Apple we're doing really well. On Spotify, we're doing really well. But then on YouTube, you're like, come on, guys, give us a help out. If you go on YouTube, watch our videos, like it, put a comment in there, share it, whatever you want to do, and it would just mean so much to us.
And if it feels like a pain in the arse because you're worried, like, if I follow it, I'm going to get all these notifications, just turn the notifications off if you don't want to be bothered by any of that shit. But honestly, if you do want to give us a chuck in any way to help us pay for trains, or just, hey, if you want to try and help us not have to do 9-to-5 jobs, this is the way to do it. Just give us a follow everywhere if you can, because it would be very much appreciated. We do this. I mean, we'd enjoy doing it, but if it means anything to you at all, us doing these podcasts, just go on those platforms and just give us some love.
Yeah,
very much appreciated. Obviously, ideally, I would love nothing more than to do this full time. Oh my God, I would love to do this full time, just advocating for your kids,
just offending more people, 24/7,
offending people all the time. No, seriously, if you could, imagine if you could make a living advocating for disabled kids.
Yeah.
Like,
do you know what? It'd be fantastic.
it'd be amazing.
And what I'd love to do as well this year is
set up a charity.
it'd be so many different things. But what I'd love to do this year is also, we've got a good following in America, Australia, UAE, is kind of maybe have a dad come on from those different regions, go, this is how it works over here.
Yeah.
And we can go, oh my God, it's so different in America to kind of mainland Europe to UAE. And just get a bit of an overview of that as well, because we all go through the same struggles, but how it's handled and, dare I say, processed in those countries is obviously different to over here. So it's good to get an understanding.
And you kind of see comments sometimes where we all think it's like everything's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And it's better in certain countries. Like Australia, for example. Australia might have some things really good, but then they look at something we have and go, wow, that's brilliant, that's amazing. And we're like, what, really? We've got something that's good?
Yeah, we did that one sort of UAE. It was like, oh my God, it's so different there. But then again, a lot of it, you've got to put your hand in your pocket and you go, oh, okay.
It
does add up a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
But all right, mate. Well, thank you very much. Glad to have you back. I say that like you've been away, so like you've literally just missed one episode.
I missed one episode,
exactly. But yeah, we'll get back into the swing of it, guys. Anything you want us to talk about in the next episode, chuck us a message, and we'll have a look at it, because there's probably loads of stuff we still haven't touched on.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thanks, guys. Love you loads.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.